Hello, 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 everyone. This is your girl D.
And this is Katie.
And in the middle, we have a beautiful young lady that you can't see. We already know that whenever we have technical difficulties of any kind, that means the information on that show is going to be through the roof and it is going to help someone tremendously,
Absolutely.
namely me.
I'm here
So,
for it.
Did you say namely you?
namely me. Look, it takes a village
It
to get
does.
right. Y'all don't need to play. It
I
takes a
know.
village. Well, welcome, Brianna. We're sorry that you're having a few technical difficulties, but what we are going to ask is that as you come on, that you will share the post. Share the live feed. Hello,
Yes.
Annette. How are you, my dear? It's good to see you. Hi. Um, we are going to first allow Brianna to go ahead and introduce herself. I'm going to say this, she is one of the best examples I can ever present before you all, as an example of perseverance. Now, see, she's not going to say these things about herself.
Absolutely not.
Of perseverance, of determination, of of I'm going to push through in spite of, and
Ooh,
using
yeah,
faith over fear.
Thank you so
absolutely.
much.
Those are
Well,
some things and some traits that I will say that, because this time last year I was still sick, and she was, in a totally different space in her life. And to remember her coming out of her shell this time last year,
hmm
and to see how she has just taken over the
Mm,
metropolitan Indy area. It has been,
mm,
phenomenal.
absolutely.
It
thank
has
you
been
so much.
wonderful. Um,
You know you were a major part of that, Miss D.
nope, you didn't consult. I
This
didn't
was my
have
support
anything to do
team. It
with
was
it.
my support team.
I was just that one to let you know that what you got in you is all that you need. God gave you everything you needed to do what you're
Yeah,
doing now. And
thank you.
this is just the
Yeah, you
beginning.
definitely gave me my push.
It's just the beginning. Oh, don't get it
Absolutely.
twisted, because the one over in the cut, she had a little something to do with it too. Because she was
That's our
like,
whole
remember,
thing.
you're the professional.
Mm-hmm.
That was her phrase.
Yep.
You're the
Yep.
It is.
professional.
You're
Yep.
right. I just remember that. You're right. I told her that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you did. Um,
It definitely was my support team that helped me get through it, get to even this point, which it seemed like it's just a small place right now, but just to be even where I'm at right now, I definitely know that it was my support team. And I took that first step by getting into True Black Girl Magic.
Yes.
That I'm telling you, just that reaching out and, to people, looking for help. That was like the first thing that really helped me. So thank y'all for being a part of that
we are
too.
so proud of
Uh,
you.
yes.
We are
Yes. Yes.
proud
Yes. Yes.
beyond
Yes.
words. You just don't know. And we're
Thank
keeping up. I still haven't had a chance to get my individuals, but I promise I'm gonna get over that fear and come see you.
you. I'm trying to get you in here for the wax.
Let's
See.
see, we're gonna have to talk about that part.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
See, and I said that I wanted to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, ooh, it sounds like a wonderful idea. Then I thought about it. I'm like, ooh, wait a minute, hold on, hold on.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
they'll see you. I'm scared, but
you know
let
what?
me
But you know
allow
what?
you.
I got a little confession that, like, my confession is that I do all my Brazilians, my waxes myself. I haven't even been brave enough to go to another esthetician to get a wax.
I
Wow.
ain't mad, see?
Yeah.
But let
Because that's
me
what's up.
yeah, now Key, now what would you say about Brianna before we let her loose and let her start, inspiring all of us about self-care and her journey and the things that really have helped to push her beyond even where she thought she could be.
Right? Um, First of all, I'm just gonna say, girl, you doing the damn thing. Um, because to go from damn near hyperventilating to being like, girl, you got this, and now look at you. Like, you
Swear.
have been absolutely positively amazing, and not just changes that you have made like in your professional life, which have just been off the absolute change, just off the absolute, just off the wall, but to just see your personal growth, to see you personally evolve, to see you on, your pictures and your promos and all of that now, as opposed to when we first met you and we could barely get you to take a picture with the group. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, it's absolutely positively amazing to just see the transformation. But I'm going to tell you, that comes from someone who is dedicated, someone who is willing to put in the hard work. Excuse me, all of that is so very evident in who you are and who you are right now, and in who you show us to be. And it's not just in your physical, but like I watch your words, I watch how you speak, I watch how you carry yourself. I see you in public events and in public. I just watch everything because I'm that person. I'm always in the cut. I'm always watching. But to just see your personal growth and transformation has been absolutely amazing.
Thank
Right.
you. That really means a lot to me because, then when you guys first met me, I was so unconfident. Like, I had no confidence at all. And I guess as I've been going through my own journey, I guess I was starting to realize that it wasn't because of, me about my looks or, being scared or not being insecure and things like that. It was really because I wasn't taking control. So you helped me, Key, realize that when you were like, you're the professional, I was like, oh man, I was sitting there. You guys had more confidence in me than I had in myself. Even though I had all the knowledge, I knew all the material, I knew everything, but I was so fearful. I had so much fear. So when I started basically trying to get through that fear and just started trying to take control. That's really it. I was like, you know what? I had to take control, take control.
Absolutely.
And it really wasn't something that happened overnight. I promise. Because Miss D continued to tell me the same things over, even other people, that inspire me, tell me the same things over and over. But when I seen it myself that I needed to take control and that it wasn't about me feeling about my skin or, it wasn't me. It wasn't something personal. I definitely needed to boss up. I definitely needed to boss up. So once I did that, it was like everything else started to just kind of flow to me. And then putting the right people in my life, like reaching out to True Black Girl Magic, making sure that I had the right support system, even if it's not my family or my immediate friends, but being strategic about the people that's in my energy and in my life,
Right. Hold up, just a second. Key, I always see her a couple of your locks, dear. There she is. There's that
Sorry,
pretty face.
sorry,
And
sorry.
for everyone that is inquiring, our guest, unfortunately, is audio only due to technical difficulties. So we are going forward because the information, I wish you all could see that beautiful, beautiful chocolate face. A gorgeous, gorgeous woman. But unfortunately, technology is what technology is. And so, right. And so we, like I said earlier, we already know when we have moments like this that, the information is going to be phenomenal. Hey, Sugar.
Is that my twin?
That is your twin. She's
Hey,
here.
twin. I miss you.
No, it is not your device. But yeah, so I want to first start off by asking
Hey,
Bree.
Kim.
Yes, I wanted to start out by asking Bree, what was it that I know you kind of hit on how the sisterhood kind of helped and just having that support system, kind of gave you that nudge. But what was it that you did for you to actually, uh-oh, she's gone. Yeah. Like I said, she's been having some technical issues. But what I'll do until she gets back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about 5 self-care practices that many of us actually need to do.
Yes.
We talk about how we've got, we need to sleep, we need to do this, we need, everybody has their own personal list of things to do. But I kind of want to hit some of the categories of self-care that we may not actually think about. Of course, the physical.
Yeah.
Are you getting enough sleep? Is your diet helping your body? Are you taking, charge by exercising? Are you, the typical things, we know the physical aspect of it. But and this past year has kind of made this one more evident. Hold on, let me see. Bree.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, I was this past year, right now I'm going through a couple of things dealing with, self-care practices. This past year deals with the second category quite heavily, where it says social self-care. Socialization, is talking about how, a lot of times we're unable, that before COVID, we neglected to make time to spend with friends, to spend with family, to spend with whomever that we have relationships with. And this past year has kind of shown me how important it is to have access to the people I care about. Not just electronically, but even if I'm not able to hug you, but to just be able to be in your space, to absorb your energy, to feel that love in person. I don't know. What about you ladies, in terms of that, the social aspect of it?
I will say for me that it was kind of critical because I'm really not the most social person. I have my events or whatever, but I am not the most social person. I am generally pretty content to just kind of be at home. I've got my daughter, I've got my sister. I'm here at home. However, one of the things that absolutely blew me out the water was not being able to just fully be with my parents, to just fully be with, my family members. Like my father hugged my daughter for the first time last year at Christmas.
Oh
And when
wow.
I said that, that was just like the biggest, like the most intense Christmas gift he could have ever given her. But because he had had so many health issues, like right when COVID hit, we couldn't take that chance. We couldn't take that opportunity, for it to impact his health. So, we were going over there. We were doing things for them. We were taking care of them and, running errands and this and that and the other. But at the same time, we had to keep our distance because we just couldn't take the chance
And I still
of,
haven't been back over there.
yeah, no, she still hasn't been able to see the parents. So it is, that's a real thing.
And it's primarily
Yeah.
because my husband has access to the world on a daily basis with his job. So I don't take
Hmm.
that chance. What about you, Bree?
I feel like for me personally, like I guess because I'm the type of person where I like to get in my car. I like to go check up on my friends if I'm thinking about them, and I don't hear from them every day. So it really affected me that way. So I couldn't go see my friends. I couldn't go pop up on them like, hey, how you doing? And I'm the type of person where I need that same checking up on too. So since my friends couldn't like come pop up on me, and they don't necessarily call, so everybody's not a caller, and they don't want to call people like, hey, how you doing, and check up on them like I might. So that I was affected more that way because I needed checked up on sometimes, and my friends in my circle wasn't necessarily the ones that were checking up on me. It was more of my intentional friends like Miss D, Melinda, Sugar. She'll see I and post on social media for a few days, and they'll hit me up like, hey, are you feeling down? Stuff like that. So I was really more affected that way. I needed that social, I needed that, interaction with my people so I could be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the big part of it for me, And like I said, it's even if I'm not able to hug a person,
Mm-hmm.
just to feel that energy, kind of like what Sugar was just saying, just to be able to be with the ones that you care about and that you love. It
Yeah.
makes all the difference in the world. And I believe that has really played a big part in the depression amongst so many of our young people. I've seen different things on the news and, and then even in our elders, even though they're in these different, you know, care facilities, it's not the same as being able to
Mm-hmm.
get that kiss from your grandchild, like he was just saying,
Yeah.
with the, her daughter and her father. Those are the things that I'm realizing more and more give us actual life,
Yeah.
that human to human interaction. Now, some of the human interactions I've had, I could just, I could do without, could make you want to slap somebody. But, but just to, because, I'm quick in the grocery stores and say, okay, I need my 6 feet. I need, can you
It
back
is.
up a little bit?
Yep.
I need my space. But that kind of leads into the third one where it talks about the mental
Yes.
self-care. It says, are you making enough time for activities that mentally stimulate you?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the going here that they are young, but it says, are you doing proactive things to help you stay mentally healthy?
Right. Yeah,
Like,
I agree because I would say that in times when I was getting frustrated about not having the interactions, I was just frustrated. Instead of me saying, okay, let me figure out something else that I can do, like pick something on my list of things that I haven't done around the house. Maybe I need to clean out this cabinet, or go clean out the bathroom, closet, or, organize something, to kind of change my mind, change my thinking a little bit off of being frustrated.
Uh-oh.
Could you
Hello?
hear me?
Oh, there she is.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I thought I was cutting out. But yeah, I think that was it. That's it for me.
Now I love the fact that Key, and I'm putting you out there, but you've posted a couple things. I love, like even with Michelle, how they have these whatever apps or whatever where they color, and they are some of the most beautiful pieces when they, have finished them. And I haven't taken, the time to find out what apps or whatever, but as an artist, as a musician, now I don't always want to be in a position where I have to play, but there have been times where I have had a yearning to just be able to go sit at the Hammond and just play and just mentally detach, and to not have that ability, I found myself kind of in a funk because I didn't have that musical outlet. Yes, I draw. Yeah, I can paint. Yeah, I can do all of that, but that was not my primary creative outlet, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my thyroid being ignorant, I can't really sing as much because, it's being affected. My vocal cords and everything, my voice is being affected. But, even with that, I do what I can do. Now, the fourth one is spiritual self-care.
Ooh.
Now, I want to read what it says here. It says, research shows that a lifestyle including religion or spirituality is generally a healthier lifestyle. Nurturing your spirit, however, does not have to involve religion.
That part.
It can involve anything that helps you develop a deeper sense of meaning, understanding, or connection. Whether
Yes.
you enjoy meditation and attending religious services or praying, spiritual self-care is important.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, as you consider your spiritual life, ask yourself, what questions do you ask yourself about your life and experience? And are you engaging in spiritual practices that you find fulfilling?
Mm. Can I say something to that?
Uh-huh. Please.
So I guess that's what I struggle with the most, because as I'm going through as I'm figuring out my self-care journey and I'm trying to add the spiritual part of it, I'm trying to figure that part out. Is it the meditation, or, what is it? What is the spiritual part of it that I need to add? So so right now I'm kind of just trying things out. So like I just recently got a life coach, and I'm just trying to learn some different things because I felt like I didn't want to be. I'm trying to figure out how to be transparent with my own self-care, in my business, without looking like I'm being fake, like, no, I want to really let people see this journey, so I'm trying to figure out that spiritual part of it, really trying to figure that part. It's the meditation, I don't know what it is,
Send Sugar the link. I'm gonna drop you off for a second, Key, because she says she needs to be on the line with us.
Okay.
Sugar.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm about to go ahead. And then when you're ready to come back in, just let me know. Or have you already done it? Just that quick. Because she's good like that. Good like that. Now the fifth thing, and this for me, I kind of hit at it a little bit earlier, was emotional self-care.
Mm-hmm.
And it says it's important to have healthy coping skills with uncomfortable emotions like anger, anxiety, and sadness. And this year has brought a lot of that to us. A lot of us have dealt with so much loss until we just become, I'm not going to say, well, for me, I use the word numb. It's not so much as that I'm numb, but I have gotten to the point where I have to process things differently. I have to process, to not be able to go say goodbye to loved ones, to not be able to celebrate the lives of loved ones with those of us that remain. Those are things that culturally we do as a part of a celebration of life, where we all come together and we laugh, we joke, we enjoy, and we celebrate all the things that, we remember about an individual and our personal interactions with them. And that's been kind of hard this past year. And for me, whenever I would lose another person that was close to me, or if someone close to me were to lose someone, I would find myself feeling really anxious, and I would find myself feeling helpless. That's the word, because I'm not able to fix it. I'm not able to go hug them. I'm not able to, all I can do is text or video chat and say, you know what, I love you. Mm-hmm. But to not be able to go wrap my arms around them and let them feel that love, and so I can try to absorb some of that hurt off of them. It has been difficult for me. Yeah. To not be able to do that with, a lot of people, blood family. There's that pretty
Yay! I was over here playing with it. I was like, I'm about to figure this out.
We are so excited. Hey, Bree. Yeah. I told you all she was a pretty little chocolate something.
Thank you.
But, I thank God that I have Key, because there have been times where I've just had to go sit on the end of the bed and just release, release all of the stuff that, because I had reached my maximum capacity of, I can't absorb anything else. I can't hear any. It's how the song go, I don't want no more bad news.
Yeah. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. Look, I know it was Eveline. No, I'm just saying, I know it was Eveline that was singing it. It was the Evil Witch, but that's where I was. Yeah, and to some degree, I'm still there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still there. Like, I still had to, again, like you just said, I thanking God for you, thanking us for, our domestic situation and how we are all, home together, because so much happened during the course of this whole past year. I cannot imagine, one, having had to do it alone, but two, not being able to access you when you were sick.
Girl. So, yeah, it's so for me, it's just been kind of difficult. Now, I want to flip over, and it says, where we develop a self-care plan. Now, this is where I really want Bree to kind of help her, because, I'm the helper. I'm always the fixer. I'm always, that one that's taking on so much till she doesn't have time to, drink a bottle of water, almost. It's just because it's nonstop. what, I know you mentioned getting a life coach. What are some of the things that Bree did for Bree to help Bree get to
So
where she is?
I started telling people no. I feel like the parts of me that got me to where I am caused me to be like selfish to people. I felt so selfish, and I guess being a person that's a fixer and being a person that's a people pleaser, it's really hard for you when you're trying to take care of yourself because you feel like you are being selfish to everybody else. So I was, I had to find myself being selfish to people like, hey, no, I can't do that. So that was definitely one of the things that I stuck to. I said, I got to say no to people because I was always saying, yes, okay, yes, I can do it. Or even if I, just overextending myself all the time. So that was definitely something that I did to start off with. Like right now, my focus has really been for the 30 and older. Well, I would say the 30 and older because I felt like we are not self-caring ourselves because we so overworked. So I'm actually working on a 30-day self-care calendar. And so basically I want people to pick one thing out of the calendar a day, even if it is, okay, for this one day, I want to tell people no. Or maybe this one day, I'm going to go for a walk without my kids, or do something for myself, not just like going out to eat or something like that, just making lists, intentional lists and things that really, really are important to us. So I just really, really it was just like trying to really figure out what's important to you yourself, not still thinking about, just being a little bit selfish, really just being selfish.
Well, honestly, it's not being selfish when you, sorry.
It's my baby.
No. I was trying to get you. Okay, there you are. People may be wondering what I was doing. I wanted people to be able to see that blended beauty. I needed people to see that logo so they can know it when they see it.
But hold on for a second because we're having some technical difficulties on this end. But I needed to take my.
Okay. Key is handling some technical difficulties right now. But I wanted to start out by saying what you had said initially, where you had to learn to start saying no. That is one of the hardest things in the world to do.
Yeah.
Learning to say no is hard.
It's sugar. Wants to talk.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sugar wants to talk. Hold on just a second. You ready? Hold on.
Tell her you're talking to her though.
Sugar?
Huh?
Okay. Now
turn her sound in the background now.
I'm about to say turn your background down because I'm about to set you so that everyone can hear you, okay?
Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear y'all talking, but it ain't going with the video.
Bree, can you hear Sugar? Can you hear her?
Hey, sis.
Bree. And Bree just froze up.
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, this is what we're about to do. We're just about to
shift.
Yes. We're just about to make it do what it do. Okay, but we can hear you, Sugar.
Okay. I wanted to answer some of her questions. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Of course.
I miss y'all so much.
We miss
Girl,
you too.
you know this.
Can everyone else hear?
Can y'all hear Sugar?
Bree froze.
Yeah.
Right. She's getting ready to do what she needs to do.
Right. I wanted to answer some of her questions.
Okay.
But, I also wanted to say, like, it's just about each individual also. You know what I mean? Like, you have to find what works for you.
Right.
And to get through what COVID then brought to our front door. But also, you know, COVID did, all of it was bad. You know what I mean? Like, some of us got to sit still and listen to ourselves and listen to our bodies and, you know, just reconnect on a spiritual grounding level and just figuring out what was going on with us. I know I did. I can't speak for everybody, but I did. Like, I've had some things go on with me and, you know, that led me to other things and discovery as far as myself. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, even with the questions Bree was asking about, you know, the spiritual aspects of it, it is different for everybody. And it depends on what it is you're trying to get out of it. I connected as far as meditation and journaling. I can't necessarily tell you to do one without the other. Like, I feel like they both go together because the journaling aspect is important in order for you to realize and remember what you got through meditation. So, you know, it's all one and the same, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can journal without meditating, just like you can meditate without journaling, but without that in front of you to show you, you know what I mean? Like, what meditation brought to you, what downloads you got while you were meditating. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just forget what it is that you got out of that session.
Right.
I also, you know, I started learning about my chakras and, you know, grounding myself and connection with the earth and just, I mean, there's just so many different aspects to being spiritual and, you know, and I've run into a lot of people that are religious that are spiritual. I don't, you know, I don't judge people. I don't know how it works, how it don't work. All I know is I'm trying to lead with love in my life. So for me, it doesn't matter which route you take as long as you're on your own path.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. I feel
totally different thing into my life also. So, you know, Bree, you done been over here. Y'all done been over here too. Like, it didn't got out of control since the last time y'all been here. Every damn where. Every damn where. Over the doorway, in the bathroom, in the kitchen. They are everywhere.
But that's okay. That works for you. That gives you the balance that you need.
Girl, listen, this whole house is a vibe. People come in here, they do not want to leave.
No, I went over there.
I don't know what it is. Like, I just want to sit down and get comfortable. No, you don't.
Yeah, I went over there. I was supposed to be dropping something off, picking something up, something. I was over there for probably about a good hour. It was supposed to be like a whole, like, 2-3 minute run up the stairs. Yeah, I was picking something up, run up the stairs, pick it up, and leave. Nah, Rita, I'm just going to sit right here for a minute. Next thing I know, I looked up. It had been almost an hour, and I was like, I know my family's going to be like, where'd you go?
Oh, we already know when the
burning, incense burning. I got music playing in the background.
Yeah. But
seriously, for real, like, just trying to maintain my peace and be, you know, I had to deal with depression and anxiety too, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, and I was dealing with that before COVID even came, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, once I got somewhere and I was able to still long enough and just listen to what my body was telling me it needed, like, I had to pay attention. There was no, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I was going through medical stuff. I was taking 13, 14 pills a day. And I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do none of this shit no more. So I need to figure out what I need to do to get in tune to where, you know, my body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And that was one of the things, just getting somewhere and just sitting still and just listening to my mind, body, and my spirit and following through. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all of it wasn't pretty. Like, I had moments where I cried. My ugly cry was it was by myself or with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I had my moments where I was happy and didn't even know where the hell I was. Why the hell are you so happy, girl? Like, what is going on that you just so happy? So it's just,
right.
You know, you can't be transparent with nobody else until you transparent with yourself.
Absolutely.
Now
And
that's
so
good.
Be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself about a lot of things. You know, even things that you don't want to be honest about. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with you, Bree, like when we met you, we knew what you had inside of you. We just had to make sure you figure out what you had.
Right.
And, you know, I can give you some of the tools, but until you realize, you know, that I got this in me, that I got this greatness inside of me, and that I'm ready to show the world, you know what I'm saying, your light. There's nothing anybody can keep telling you that I see the light. It's like it's there. You have to believe that it's there for yourself. And another thing, telling people no is fine, but I also need you to know and understand in your private life and in your business life, you cannot give from an empty cup. You are only supposed to give from your overflow. If you don't got no overflow, you can't give nobody nothing because you need what's inside the cup to you.
Girl, if you don't,
okay. So
class dismissed.
I just want y'all to know. So for those of you who don't know, you're listening to Melinda Nelson. I
she definitely spoke to me on that one. She definitely spoke to me on that one.
And she is the founder. Okay, so I'm sorry. She was the founder of the Black Girl Magic, True Black Girl Magic Indiana chapter. So for those who don't know, so when y'all see us with our cups and all of that, that's Miss Sugar.
Right. Now, what were you saying, Bree?
I was just saying that Sugar was definitely speaking life to me when she said that about not giving from my overflow. Somebody else took
oh, she's breaking up so bad.
I definitely try to remember that.
Yeah. Now, and that's one of the things that when we start talking about your self-care is not for you. It's not just for you, because this is the yin to my yang, and I'm the yin to her yang. When she's having good days, my days tend to be, I'm getting ready to snatch the middle part of my hair out. And then when I'm having a crazy day, she's calm, and vice versa. When she's having a crazy day, I tend to be the calm one. So it's like we have been fortunate to be able to give each other that balance. You know,
Definitely.
Because when I tell you, be a whole lot of murder, death, kill on my, going on around these parts. If you know how they tattoo the tears on the faces.
Listen,
it would have been a whole face. Girl, I know that's like, the last year there will be no face left.
No more face. No more face.
Our Bree. Okay, there she is. She's moving. But and I feel what you're saying, Bree, because you have definitely started to overflow, and I'm loving it. And congratulations.
Where should we lost her again? Okay, we're gonna keep talking.
I was about to say, I was gonna tell her congratulations on her most recent move because she wasn't even in one location for a full year before she transitioned to another location. So we are giving you mad love, saying congratulations on your newest move, on your newest location.
Where's she at now?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about my recent move. In conjunction with Be Blessed by, and I have my own separate location, which is at 120 Market Street downtown, where I do all of my services. But I wanted to be able to give my clients that extra spa feel. So I'm definitely working with Be Blessed Spa, so I can be able to give you guys that extra experience, you know, aromatherapy, extra access to jacuzzi spa, Utopia table, just a lot of different things. I just my clients. So that self-care, self-care, to just get to that healing, a little bit of healing.
Look, everything but that Brazilian wax. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, my biggest fear is the hair growing back. You know, you be walking around here looking like you got crabs, you know.
No, not with the wax. See, that's why you gotta come, so you can come get your education. So then I can tell you about it. Because you won't come back, you ain't gonna come back itchy. It's gonna come back thinner every time.
Well, shoot. Well, I might need to go and make that call.
But you gotta, that's why y'all gotta come get a consultation.
All right, then we'll set that consultation. We will set
So every time you get it done, it comes back less and less. She said cramps. I can't with her.
I'm just saying.
But, you know, as far as your clients, what do you generally tell them? Because, see, part of what you do is actually give them that Zen experience. You give them that relaxing spa type of experience to help them, you know, relax and just kind of deal with you know, that, I guess you could say, that ambiance, and that, you know, whether it's giving them a facial, whether it's putting those lashes on, whether it's, you know, helping them with having some eyebrows or locking that hair up for them. Oh, baby, I be keeping up with you. I keep up with my little sister. You know, it's one of the, what do you, hello, you there, Bree? Okay. I lost her. Huh?
Oh, Sugar hung up. We lost her.
Okay. No, I was talking about Bree. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, as far as like the self-help, you know, experience, what are some of the things that you have been able to help some of your clients realize when it comes down to them maintaining and starting their own self-care process?
I think it really starts with just,
Ooh, we having technical difficulties.
See, it's meant.
Yeah.
It's meant.
I don't know when they come in. So I just try to set the tone for each one of my clients so they can feel comfortable. And once they start feeling comfortable with me, you know, and they kind of open up, you know, and then it's like, usually we find something relatable amongst each other. It's like, okay, they find something relatable to me, you know, like, oh,
Bree, your phone is giving off some, it's like fading in and out. I don't know what's going on, but it's like it keeps coming in and out. Your mic.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No. Look, technology. Today is just that day.
I know it's weird. Just trying something that's like,
did you lose the whole thing?
you know, everybody that has come into my spa has, you know, found something. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, perfectly now.
Oh, okay. I feel like I was saying, I just feel like everybody has come in and just, you know, has been meant for me. You know, all my clients were meant for me. And, you know, we just found something relatable in each other to connect us.
Yeah, because it's like for some reason it was like for a minute, and now you're fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, what are some of the things that you would recommend to, like, okay, I'm coming in, I'm stressed from here to Texas. I know you do, various services. And before we get off, I want you to share that so people will know, one, where to find you, two, what all you offer, and things along that line. But then I'm a new client. I am at my wit's end, stressing, and I need to get my mind right. And coming into Blended Beauty, I'm getting on this table for this facial. I'll probably start snoring after you start doing what you're doing. But it's not just about cleaning the pores. I know for you, it tends to be, helping your people get to a place where they are calm, they are relaxed, they are, set. And I wanted to actually ask you, okay, you've gone through my services. What are some of the things that you would be able to, or would share with me to help me tide over to make it until my next appointment or my next session with you, to kind of keep myself in that Zen place?
I would just really recommend it to all my clients to just, when they feeling, because I go through my own anxiety myself, so I first off try to let everybody know, hey, I go through it too, and just taking some time out for yourself, even when you're not here in my space, even when you're not in Blended Beauty, still take some time out for yourself, separate from whatever you're dealing with, whatever it is, your home life, your work life, just taking some time away from it, so you can just regroup, because sometimes that's all we need, is just not to handle something right now and just take a pause. Like, I had to really realize, it's okay to take a pause from something and then come back to it, even if it's talking to somebody. You know what, we can't talk right now, we're gonna revisit this later, and being aware, just be aware of how you feeling right now, and just being okay with not reacting right in the moment and just revisiting it,
Oh, that's major.
Yeah, I think that's really, I'm finding myself being more aware. Like, I'm finding myself being more aware of things and allowing myself to be okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that is for real major. That is not being reactionary. Now, like for right now, we all know that the trial, has begun in the, concerning, the Derek Chauvin trial has begun, the one that killed George Floyd. And I have had to, and everybody knows that I am definitely an activist. Everybody knows I'm an activist. But on the flip side of being an activist, I have had to intentionally keep myself detached. Even though they're just on day 2, I have intentionally kept myself detached from that trial, because right now I have other areas of my life where things are going on that are, I'm not going to say more important, because getting justice for Mr. Floyd is major, and this trial may be that one to set the precedent that it's not okay to kill us. But on the flip side of that, I do have my own life issues going on. So I cannot, and I'm always making the statement, and Key threw it at me last night, to care and not be consumed.
Yeah.
I care about that outcome, but because I have my own things that I'm dealing with, I can't become consumed with a situation that doesn't deal with me, which goes back to what you said, Bree, about learning how to say no. And that doesn't necessarily mean always having to say no to somebody else, but sometimes you have to say no to yourself, because do I want to know what's going on? Oh yeah, I want to know, but I know if I start following it, I'm going to end up agitated, I'm going to end up frustrated, and I've got other things going on where I don't need that stress level.
That's the part of it when I said that it makes you almost feel like you're being selfish, like, because you really want to be there. You try, a part of it, but it's like part of you got to be selfish just so you can be able to take care of yourself and block out, stuff that is going to frustrate you or get you upset, something that you might not be able to handle emotionally, because we usually know what we can't handle emotionally, but we still try to take it on anyway. Like, you know what, I can handle it, but really we know we can't handle it, and we need to just say, you know what, not today.
Yeah, and that's a big thing that you just said, just us making the conscious effort to not, and see, and that's a big part of my problem, not taking on stuff, especially being empathic. You feel stuff anyway. You feel what's going on with people anyway. And then which goes back to what I was saying before about not being able to fix it. And it bothering me that I can't fix stuff. Yeah. Like right now, I think back to so many things that went lacking last year that I don't even recall because I was sick. And then, I'm going back and I'm reading messages and I don't even remember ever having the conversations with people during the course of when I was down with cold. So it was, so it's just like, okay, D, I'm still dealing with some of those effects from when I got sick. But on the flip side of that, I'm having to remind myself, you're only one person. And if this has not taught me anything else, it is I cannot do everything. And that's where building that network is so important.
Yes, I definitely learned that over this year, that my network has definitely became my net worth. Definitely.
Oh yeah, because honey, some of those pictures have been super spicy, girl, and I was like, oh, look at Bree. But tell me this: tell our listeners and our viewers, where can they find Brianna and Blended Beauty?
You guys can find me online. My website is www.blendedbeautyts.com. If you guys want to learn more about me, if you guys want to book a service with me, if you guys want to reach out to me on Facebook, my Facebook is Blended Beauty Total Skincare. I'm also on Instagram at Blended Beauty 317. So if anybody has any questions or wants to book a service, I'm reachable there on those platforms.
Look at her.
Yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm just so proud. I am just so proud. I'm
Thank you.
Words can't explain.
Trust me. No, trust me. I feel every bit of it. I'm just thankful. That's all I can say. It's just thankful to be able to be here to support you guys, for you guys to be able to see me, on your platform, and helping me and helping each other. So, I'm just thankful.
Yeah, because we share all the time. Well, you know that already. We share all the time, but I want to and I'm a key if there's something you need to say before we start looking at the wrap up. Is there something that you wanted to say or needed to say?
I'm enjoying the conversation.
And Bree, is there anything you would like to leave with our guests, and then I'll close us out?
Really, I just want to thank you two, for joining me and being a woman of impact, because I think that's like really the important thing for me right now is just trying to be a woman of impact, even, just with my journey, your journey, you guys are sharing everything that you're going through with people. That's just always going to help us be a woman of impact for, all of our people. So I just want to thank y'all for doing this, and continuing to be women of impact.
Girl, this thing called life is something that we're all trying to make it through. But I want to personally wrap things up by saying, one, I'm glad, look, at the end of the show, the technical difficulties decided to clear themselves up.
I know, we loud and clear.
But I want to leave us all with some self-help techniques to overcome depression with positivity. And I'm just going to name them. And it's like, one, avoid isolation. Spend time with friends and family. 2, eat healthy. Make sure you have a mood-boosting diet. Research the things you put in your body. It does, and on your body, it does make a difference. Challenge your negative thoughts.
On your body.
Yes.
Challenge your negative thoughts. Obsessing over negative thoughts is a byproduct of depression. Challenge them. Reprogram yourself. It's like, okay, this may be where my head is going, but I'm going to look at the positive side of whatever it is that's going on. I may have tripped and slipped and busted my kneecap open, but at least I'm able to feel it. I hadn't had a stroke, and so I'm able to feel the pain, even though it hurts. I know it's going to heal, and I'll be able to walk again, so then you got to break down overwhelming tasks into small tasks. That way, and celebrate your small accomplishments. Celebrate those small accomplishments when you reach them. Accept responsibility. That's the next one. If you see you're heading down that direction of, being depressed or whatever, and you see it, halt yourself. Call that person, text that person, that person of confidentiality. That would, even if you just need to vent, that person that'll let you get it out. Sometimes that's all you need. Have a regular sleep pattern. It may sound crazy, especially for those of us who deal with insomnia, but try to establish one as much as humanly possible, because the more your body gets into the routine of getting the necessary rest it needs, the better it will respond, the better your brain function will be. It's just like everything will work better. And do things that promote relaxation and supply energy. Key did something over the weekend that I have not done in a long time, and I'm looking forward to it. She basically took a day to recenter herself fully and completely with the meditation music, with the long leisurely bath, everything that she did. She had the salt lamp, she had the diffuser going, everything she did was intentional. And, for me, I'm so go, fix it until I neglect doing this for myself. So I'm going to take some time. I can't say it's going to be this weekend. I'm hoping it'll be this weekend where I do the same thing, where I intentionally just shut it all out for a couple of hours and just recenter D and relax and just enjoy being able to inhale and exhale life.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to encourage our guests to do the same thing. You know, we talk about. Go ahead, darling.
I would like to add for just everybody to allow room for themselves to make mistakes. Like, allow yourself room to make mistakes, because I feel like we beat ourselves up so much all the time, and then it just makes it harder for us to get back up, you know, to be able to even start all over again. So we have to leave a little bit of room for us to make mistakes. It's okay for us to make mistakes.
It's okay for us to be human.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that.
Absolutely.
I really, really like that. So what, King?
No, I just, all I said was absolutely.
Yeah. And so that right there is the perfect way to segue out, because if you allow yourself the opportunity to be human, then everything that you do for yourself will impact everybody around you and everything that you do. Therefore, making your self-care not just for you. And on that note, we're going to come back again next week, and we're going to actually talk about every bald head is not unto cancer. We are going to talk about, you know, some things as it relates to, you know, health and wellness, as we do often. So every bald head is not unto cancer. And I'm looking forward to, you know, next week's guests as well. So Bree, you will have to come back, and we will make sure that
definitely have me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a session where me and Key talked about a segment where it's just the sisters, where we all come on here and we just show love and show people that the sisterhood is alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I like the term you use, being a woman of impact. No, let's say hi. Let the baby speak. You let the baby speak.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. So we appreciate you and we love you.
Yes, I love you guys too. Thanks for having me.
And we look forward to doing this again, okay?
All right. I'll see y'all soon.
Have a great one, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.